interactive, very laid back. I'm not going to be all formal or anything, but again, I want to say thank you also for sharing your story. A lot of times, you know, you listed a lot of things that you do and that I actually do. And it's all about balance. You have to be able to balance. And right before this presentation, I said, I'm going to go and take a 10-minute nap. She was like, girl, but the 10-minute nap really did help just to get it together. And so you have to do that every now and then. Okay, just to get into it, she already discussed about me. One of my favorite scriptures is, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. And this is my beautiful family. And those are just some things that she already stated that I participate, or I do. All right. And I have to put this disclaimer on every presentation. Although I am a public health and public health service professional, I'm not presenting on behalf of my agency nor representing their position in this matter. This information that's presented is merely from my own life experiences. I do not have any financial obligations with the entity I'm presenting to. All right, getting all the preliminaries out of the way. Our lineup for this evening is, we're going to kick it off by sharing why embracing you and self-care are important, and basically the benefits of it. We're going to go over common myths, what you can do to practice self-care amid the pandemic, and resources as well as contact information. All right. Okay, and just some general reminders to be present in the moment. Journal your thoughts and takeaways from this presentation, and also put comments or questions in the chat or use the reactions features. All right. Okay, so tea time in the line again. Jacqueline, thank you for this opportunity. She already kicked it off but those of you who came in after she announced this, grab your tea or beverage of choice. I have my grapefruit for immunity and green ginger just to relax a little bit as a mixture in this. And so let's begin. All right, so let's just talk about how has your day been? And you can use the reaction emojis, or you could put it in the chat. And Jacqueline, if you can just list it off, what people say, you can say it, because I can't see it. But tell us, how has your day been?
All right, nothing in the chat yet, but I did give the heart emoji. I had a great day of worship. Jasmine says good, a lot of studying, but good.
Okay.
And Raven says good. They're sisters. Thank you both for joining. Great day from Teresa.
Oh,
that's good. Good to see you, Jasmine and Raven. I didn't get to speak to you all today at church, but good to see you on here. All right, Tina says a productive day.
Good.
Tiffany, awesome day with family. And it's fine. Awesome. All right, Jada says great. Thanks for joining in, Jada. Good with the thumbs up. All right, we have an interactive bunch this evening. This is awesome.
Oh, good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love interaction. So great. Okay, so now what I would like for you all to do, you don't have to take your cameras off, but I want you to unmute because we're going to be doing these self-care affirmations throughout this presentation, and I'm not going to hold you long either, but let us all say this together, okay? All right, everybody is unmuted. Unmute, unmute, unmute. All right, on the count of 3, and we're going to say, I know it's going to be at different times, but let's say it all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I am happy
and complete today
and forever.
All right, good deal. I am happy and complete today and forever. That is a self-care affirmation. All right, just to kick it off. Okay, so why embracing you and self-care are important. And when I said you, and that's embracing your own uniqueness. All right. And first, it's good to understand what being unique really is. Okay. And when I think of being unique, I think of being intentional about where you are and where you want to be. All right. And asking questions. It's okay to ask questions. And also not fearing leadership or responsibility. So when I think of unique, that's what I think about. Okay. The next thing, activate your power and uniqueness. You have the power and it's in the words that you speak. And last Sunday, I had an opportunity to speak on manifestation. What you say, what you declare, what you decree, what you believe, it will manifest. Okay. So you have that power. Each and every one of you have the power. You have the power to be the change you wish to see. And it's just moving from just having a vision to manifesting the power that you have. Now I would like to share this real quick video about being the change you want to see. I hope you all enjoy.
So many people expect change in others, expect change in the world, but are never willing to change themselves first. If you want to see change in others, you must first be the change you wish to see. If I want others to be better, I must be better. If I want my loved ones to change, I must be that change. If I want my kids to become a certain way, I must live that way. I must be that example. Not tell them how to be, but be that person. If I want them to be kind to others, I must be kind to others. If I want them to live fully as themselves and not wear any mask to fit in with others, I must be that person, free from fear of judgment and live as I wish to live. If I want them to be giving, I must be giving. Giving of my time, giving of my love, my spirit, my presence. If I want them to be healthy, I must live healthy in every area. If I expect others to be grateful, I must be grateful first. I must show my gratitude. If I want others to live the life they want to live, I must set that example by loving the life that I live. If I want other people to make happiness and love a priority in their lives, I must make happiness and love a priority in my own life. If I expect others to be kind, I must be kind. I must be compassionate. If I expect others to listen and be understanding, I must listen, really listen, and really try to understand. I do expect all these things, so I will live as all these things. I will live as the person I expect of others. I will be the change that I wish to see.
All right, I love that video. And so, just on that video, being the change that you want to see, I have a daughter, and Destiny, I try to be an example and walk the way that I teach and I preach to her. And so that's basically what that's saying, just being that change, whatever you want to see, be that change that you wish to see. All right, so unmute again. It's another self-care affirmation on the count of 3. Y'all ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I know
what
to
to
do,
do,
how to
how
do
to
it,
do it,
And
and
I
I do it beautifully.
All right. I know what to do, how to do it, and I do it beautifully. And y'all, this is not arrogance. This is just confidence. Okay. When you do these self-care affirmations, believe it. All right. And if you change nothing, nothing will change. Do y'all believe that? Hit thumbs up.
Yeah.
Amen.
Change nothing, nothing will change. All right. So what do you want? And if y'all can, just put it in the chat. What is it that you want out of your life? Put it in the chat. What do you want? What change would you like to see? I saw on Facebook, one of my friends, she was saying basically how she wished to have a smaller waistline, yeah, we can do that, but we have to be that change. We have to work towards that. And so it was really funny. I can't remember exactly what it was that she stated, but But yeah, she was like, I really wish I had a smaller waistline.
All right, so we're getting some great feedback. Tina says more balance, work, life, health, wealth. Amen to that one. Jacque says to be academically successful and able to accomplish all of my dreams. I love that. Both of those. Very detailed.
You have to know what you want in order to work towards that.
Absolutely.
All right. Do we have any more? And y'all can talk if you want to. If you don't feel like writing, do feel free to speak and say something.
I'll jump in. Uh-oh, who's that? Go ahead. All right. I think Vonda, you're off mute. You can go ahead if you'd like.
Okay. I think I'll chime in on that waistline. I'm trying to get that together and hopefully hold. But my main goals and desires is to really, really, really continue to increase my relationship with God first, and to make sure that I continue my life I want to concentrate on not being an underachiever.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
All right, we have a couple more in the chat. Continued good health, that was Teresa Mom. And life work balance, that was Jada's. All right, I'll throw mine in there. One of my goals is to strive to be encouragement to others. I feel that that's my purpose, is to uplift and inspire others to walk in wisdom and live on purpose. That's my little focus because I think that's important. Tiffany also chimed in the chat, peace, success, a wealthy lifestyle, continue being an example to mentees and children. Very good. And also, Auntie Kay says peace, love, and an RV. I love it.
Yes, Auntie. Yes. All right. And that's really good, because you have to know what you want in order to work towards it, right?
Right.
Yes. So, and those are all really good responses. Okay. All right. Unmute again. Here we go. Another self-care affirmation. All right. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. This is my life.
And I choose to enjoy, prosper in it.
Yes. All right. Okay. So now I would like to just shift a little bit on some common self-care myths that we often hear. We often hear that self-care is only for people struggling with mental health. Self-care means alone time. Self-care is expensive and are rewards to be earned. And those are all myths, okay? But who gets a side of their guilt with serving of self-care? And basically what I'm saying here is when you're giving, and you don't take, or when you do take care of yourself, or you take some time out just for you, do you ever feel guilty? Or you put others before yourself? Do you ever feel guilty? I do. I have. I felt guilty by either putting myself first or putting myself first. I have. I felt guilty, but y'all, it's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. Put God first, number one. That's automatic. But putting yourself first, sometimes we often feel guilty, but we have to stop that. We have to stop feeling guilty and forgive ourselves for doing that. Now, this is one more clip it's next to the last clip, but this is why we should put ourselves first. And And it was just a really good clip because a lot of times we pour, and we give without putting ourselves first. But this is why we should. All right.
Jackie Ryan just wrote on Facebook, I'm tired of being strong. I want to be weak. And Iana said that so many of us wear that as our badge. You know, those of you, how many of you are the strong ones? Really? Yeah. I believe it though. Not good. No, but they're saying, yeah, you know, strong. Yeah, and why isn't that good?
Because then, first of all, it's probably inauthentic.
Yeah.
You know, that you always put other people before you, but you put yourself last. How you treat yourself is how you treat God. So you're putting God last because you are the representative of God in your life.
Come on with it. Well, that's really deep. Now that just was an aha moment.
You don't have nothing right.
Oh, where's my writing tools? Now, I've never heard it put that way before.
Yeah, because you are the representation of God in your life. And you put you last and put other people ahead of you, which means you're putting other things and other people ahead of God in your life.
Really?
Yes, really.
But I thought God said, Jesus said, what you do to the least of these and how you treat other people, you treat your brother like yourself.
Okay, that's when you're getting into the service. But in your life,
yes,
you've got to be as good to you as you want to be to God in order to be of service to others in the world.
Thank you very much. So it's not selfish to put yourself first.
No, it's self-full.
It's self-full.
It's self-full to be first, to be as good as possible to you, to take care of you, to keep you whole and healthy. That doesn't mean that you disregard everything and everyone, but you want to come with your cup full. You know, my cup runneth over. What comes out of the cup is for y'all. What's in the cup is mine. But I got to keep my cup full.
I like that.
And so many of us think that, you know, we're going to get brownie points in heaven, like we're going to get to sit in the box seat section. You know, if we just give and give and give and give. Now, here's what the Course in Miracles says, which I love. The Course in Miracles says that when you give to others to the degree that you sacrifice yourself, you make the other person a thief. Because when you start sacrificing yourself for other people, you make them a thief because they're stealing from you what you need and they don't even know it.
Get that. Okay.
All right. All right. Y'all, that was deep, wasn't it? And that was
real deep.
That was 3 minutes of truth. I mean, because, and I was like, wow. And we often hear that. But it's not selfish to do what's best for you. Okay. And I'm going to skip these for a second because I really want to go over this right here, embracing you and taking care of yourself. Now, the next thing, we have to get out of our own way. And she stated that we can't pour. We often hear this statement, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. And so it's important that we stop trying to explain or prove ourselves to others and stop investing or pouring into something or someone who are not aligned with our lives. And so, I mean, these things are just really important. When she stated, we give, and then we're not being filled. And that goes also back with our relationship with God, you know, but we have to take out that time, spend that time, that quality time with him. When do we have time to do that? You have to make the time for God because, you know, he lives in us. And so it's very important, and it is not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. And I really want you all to really understand that and really get that, that it's not. All right, another self-care affirmation. Y'all ready? Unmute. And what you speak, it shall be. All right. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. My surroundings
Surroundings
are
peaceful and harmonious.
all right. Good job. All right. Do y'all have any questions on that part? The empty cup? Taking care of yourselves first? Okay, so we have to set boundaries. We have to set boundaries. All right, and I want some volunteers at this particular juncture. Let's get some volunteers. Everyone, let's take one and read it. All right, don't have me have to call names. I don't like to call names, but y'all unmute and just read one. Another person read the second one. Another person read the third one. All right.
Okay. I take care of myself first.
All right. Good.
But I don't do that though.
You gotta take care of yourself first, Auntie.
Uh-huh.
I will not allow others to guilt or manipulate me into doing things I'm not comfortable with.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I will
go ahead.
I will stand up for myself and voice my opinions with confidence.
Good. All right. You said that with confidence. Awesome.
Yeah.
Next one.
I will not hold myself responsible for the things beyond my control.
Amen. How many of us do that? Okay, next.
I do that.
I will communicate openly and when I need to assertively.
Good. Yes, I like the way you said that. Yes, we have to get it out. We have to get it out.
I will.
Last one.
I
Go ahead. Go ahead, Auntie.
I'm hoping I heard it right. But anyway, I will not let my happiness depend on other people.
All right, good job, everyone. Awesome, and these are your boundaries. You have to set boundaries. Okay. All right, now these are some benefits of self-care. It prevents illness or accident, meets social and psychological needs, maintain health and well-being after being discharged. You will be able to maintain your health and well-being after an acute illness, care for minor ailments and long-term conditions. These are the elements of self-care, and then staying fit. One thing that my sister said when she was telling her story, and I read it, and you read it, and I got kind of emotional because y'all, if we don't take care of ourselves, I mean, and I'm sure she was just going on like all of us, we just continue to go on and continue to just push ourselves, thinking that we're taking care of ourselves. But y'all, our bodies will tell us when we need to just sit down somewhere. Okay. It will tell us, and we don't want to be forced to sit down. Okay. And so it's really good to understand the benefits of self-care and understanding what we need to do in order to make that happen. Okay. Okay, self-care helps improve overall health. It helps lower stress, which is linked to lower blood pressure and better sleep. Okay, and y'all, I love sleep. Every now and then I say, Mom, can you keep the kids? I just want some good sleep. I just want just good sound sleep. And so, but self-care helps improve overall health because it does lower your stress, which is linked to lower blood pressure, and it helps you to get good sleep. All right.
Hey, Taniesha, Tina had a really good comment in the chat regarding resting and sleep. She said, when resting, I used to have to fight the constant feeling that I should be working on something. Now I schedule in rest, and her rest is intentional. I thought that was a really great point. And for some, if you're like me, when you have like those thoughts of, oh, I need to be doing something, I've started just taking a note in my phone just to get it out of my head. If there's something that I feel like I need to do, I'll just make a note or put on the little microphone, hit that microphone and just say it so that I can get to it the next day. or later, because otherwise, you may try to rest, but if your mind is overwhelmed with thoughts or to-dos or what have you, you have to do what I call a brain dump. Just get it out. Some people like to keep a journal by the bed just to write things down, but most of us have our phones close by. So just make yourself a quick note and go from there so that you can rest soundly. Thank you for that feedback, Tina.
That is awesome. And y'all, that is so true. And that's where on that slide where it says when you feel guilty about doing something, that is a perfect example when we rest. And yes, you have to, I have a notepad right here, Jacqueline's journal. Always, just so that you can just get it out, because otherwise it will consume you. It will consume you, and you will not get good sleep. All right. Okay, good. Thank you for sharing. Self-care also boosts self-esteem. So treating yourself with kindness helps you see yourself in a more positive light. All right. And so how many of y'all believe that? Yes. All right. It does. It really does. All right. So it's okay to treat yourself with kindness. All right. And it'll help you see yourself again in a more positive light. Okay. It helps you to improve focus. The less stress and burned out you feel, the more you can focus on your tasks. Y'all, sometimes I just stop. And you have to stop sometimes, even at work, when everything is overwhelming around me, I just stop. Deadlines, okay, we'll get to it, because you have to do that. All right. But self-care helps improve your focus. Okay. All right. So self-care, it comes first. You have to make it a priority. Okay. Now, here are some practicing, some tips on what you can do amid the pandemic. Because I know, y'all, I understand that we have not turned on the TV to look at news in a week. And I know it's good to be abreast on what's going on around the world, but sometimes you have to unplug. You have to unplug even from social media. Every now and then you have to unplug. And actually, I take that, well, on social media, I really don't have to, because I don't have friends that are negative on my line. And if they are, I silence them or delete them, so my circle is very, very small, but I'm moving on. Here are some next steps of that you can practice amid the pandemic. But that's so true as far as just unplugging. All right. Now everybody say that self-care isn't selfish. Let's say it all together. 1, 2, 3. Self-care
isn't selfish.
All right. Okay. Let me just ask before I move on, what are some things that you do to take care of yourself before I go on? I said unplug from social media and from the news. What are some things that you all do?
I take a nap from 2:30 to 5.
Oh, that's good. That is awesome.
So if you call me from 2:30 to 5 every day, if I don't answer, I'm either asleep or I don't want to talk.
That's good, Auntie.
That's
awesome.
I do my homework.
That's good too.
That's good.
Okay. I try to do something creative. I'll even pick up a coloring book. I will pick up a coloring book or dot to dot, or I just try to do something creative with my hands and with my mind.
That's good.
Yeah.
I draw or I sing.
I get outside and just feeling the elements, the sunlight, the fresh air.
Good.
Get outside and do my flowers and crochet and do word search.
Mm-hmm. I do that too.
I just like going in the kitchen and making stuff. Just going in and creating some type of food just to make up stuff.
That is awesome, Auntie.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. In the chat, we have listen to music. That was Jada. Tiffany says meditate and write. Jada says when it's warm, she likes to take walks. And Mom Teresa says she likes to play Candy Crush. And I like cold hot baths with Epsom salt and some kind of essential oil, usually lavender. That's
and
my
tea.
And my tea, of course. Raven says she likes to dance.
Oh, good.
I do too.
That's a good one. Yes.
Vonda likes to dance too. Y'all don't.
Yes, she does.
Good. Y'all, these are some great things. Great things. And I love to teach music, teach kids music. That is, after a long day, I can go to the studio. I have 10 students, and I will teach them they're taught on different days. And y'all don't know the joy that gives me. It's not stressful, but it gives me joy to be able to teach them a skill and then to bring them up as well. And music, anything music is my way of taking care of myself. And I'm hoping one day I can have a long, hot bubble bath with Epsom salt. We have a shower, but yeah. Those are some great ways. Working out and dancing, those are also good. As you all named, those things don't have to be expensive, nor does it have to be time consuming, okay? Self-care doesn't have to be expensive, nor does it have to be time consuming. And I'll give Jacqueline this presentation to share with you all, because you can plug in your numbers and it'll automatically put the percentage equaling 100%, but it doesn't have to break the bank. And here are working women's top 5 or free inexpensive self-care practices. And you can put your own, but these are my top 5. Journaling, I like to journal. Sleep, when I can get it. I love sleep because I think that's important. Exercising is important. A bubble bath, Jacqueline mentioned that. Cooking, Auntie mentioned that as well. And so these are just some things. And as I mentioned, you can put in the percentages or just put it in, you can rate it and it'll automatically calculate the percentages for you. All right. And self-care can manifest in many ways. Sometimes self-care means enjoying a cozy night alone, but other times it can be asking for help when life gets us down. Y'all, it is nothing wrong with asking for help. It is not a sign of weakness to ask for help. All of us, we're wired to be super women and to do it all, but there comes a time when we have to ask for help, and it's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. There is nothing wrong with asking for help. Okay. Yes, just know that it's okay. It's okay to ask for the help. Anybody have any questions or comments on that? Okay. All right. And when it says enjoying a cozy night alone, now I know I have kids, but when they're asleep, that's just my alone time. And sometimes I try to put them in the bed early so I can get that alone time just to de-stress. Okay. All right. Okay, so some other things that we can do: follow times for work and rest, set those boundaries, reach out to friends, ask for help, eat well-balanced meals with the other occasional treats. It's okay to treat ourselves every now and then with the things that we really like, but make sure that you get that well-balanced meal in as well. Maybe we can have Auntie Ross to cook us something on one of these. We can have a class. All right, so another one. Unmute. All right, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. I am enough.
I am valuable.
I feel
valued.
All right, good job. Okay, so in all of this, just remember to embrace you, embrace your own uniqueness. We're all different. So embrace that. Remember that self-care is not selfish. Remember that you are more than enough. Don't forget that things that make you smile. Think of some things that, you know, when you start getting stressful, I can say this as well. I'll think of something that Destiny or Kyler said that was funny. And I'll just think of that and it'll take my mind off of whatever I'm stressed out about. Okay. But just jot some things down to make you smile and remember those things and keep them close to you. All right. Okay. Now this is a 30-second clip that you are not less than anyone. I hope that this is the right one. But this is Angela Bassett on one of those award shows. And so, but I thought that this is really powerful.
When you're told you're not good enough, you tell them, not only am I good enough, I'm more than enough. You tell them that you are the descendants of royalty.
When you're told I listen to that, yeah, that's a good one too. All right. So in conclusion, you know, I pray these things on you: a quiet mind, peacefulness, high spirit, serenity, comfort, well-being, and most of all, peace. I pray those things for you. If you want to click on that QR code, these are some resources for self-care. And there are also programs for help as well. If anyone that you know has mental issues or substance abuse issues, you can click that QR code and it'll direct you to it. Okay. All right. That concludes my presentation. I want to say thank you, Jacqueline, again for just giving me the opportunity to present before this great group of women. And thank you so much for you all for taking out the time to listen to little old me. All right. Do y'all have any questions for me?
Just excellent presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Awesome. All right. But thank you all again. Thank you again. And now I would like to turn it back over to Dr. Jackie. Thank y'all so much for your time.
Thank you.